A man left his brand new Rolls-Royce with the valet stand outside a fancy steakhouse in Texas, and he'll never get it back. But that's because a team of thieves have stolen it. And after a massive manhunt, the cops have shut down the crew and found a slew of expensive cars that were stolen in the same way. This is what happened. The man had left his 2024 Rolls-Royce Spectre with the valet stand outside the restaurant on June 6th, and it was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Probably thought it was in good hands. But unbeknownst to him, a suspect was circling around in a white Mercedes, watching exactly where the Rolls-Royce was parked. Somehow, the thief got a set of keys and drove off in the car, leaving the valet stand empty. Yes. This is a high-end neighborhood in Plano, Texas. It's the kind of place where people leave their expensive cars out in the open and think nothing of it. But this Rolls-Royce wasn't just left with the valet stand. It was actually registered to the owner. But still, the owner should have known better than to leave such an expensive car unguarded. However, he wasn't the only one who knew how valuable it was. The Plano Police Department released surveillance footage of the incident in the hopes of identifying the suspect. However, they didn't expect what happened next. Their phones started ringing off the hook with reports of similar crimes happening all across the city. After some digging, they discovered that the white Mercedes used in the Rolls-Royce theft was linked to other car thefts in Dallas and Grapevine. But this wasn't a one-off incident. There was a group of thieves using the same MO to steal luxury vehicles all over the place. These guys weren't just professionals. They were pros who knew their way around high-end cars. On June 11th, local and federal authorities raided 2 properties in Dallas and found 6 stolen luxury vehicles worth nearly $1.5 million. This included the Rolls-Royce Spectre and another Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a Cadillac Escalade V, a Maserati Levante, and an Audi RS7. But that wasn't all. They also found several weapons, including body armor and tools often used during car thefts. Plano Police spokesman Sergeant Anthony Badalemini revealed that the department is still working to determine how many cars were stolen by the group. He also noted that the group seemed opportunistic, striking when and wherever they could. It seems they targeted anything that was flashy and expensive. Detectives Jerry Minton added that the group didn't stick to one method of stealing the vehicles, which made them more difficult to track. For instance, while the Rolls-Royce was taken from the valet, another vehicle was stolen from a car transporter. And the second Rolls-Royce might have been swiped, while its owner was simply filling up the gas tank. They weren't targeting one specific method of stealing, Minton explained. It was they see an opportunity, they took it if they liked the car. But once the car was stolen, the crew would strip it down and sell the parts on the black market. They even had a chop shop where they dismantled the vehicles and sold the parts to unsuspecting buyers. According to the cops, this group had been operating for months before they were finally caught. In fact, after the Rolls-Royce was stolen, the group went on a rampage, targeting cars all over the city. They struck at least 3 more times, stealing a Bentley Continental GT, a Porsche Panamera, and a Land Rover Range Rover Sport. All of the cars were worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and none of them have been recovered. One thing that made this case more complicated was the fact that these cars were so expensive. Many of the owners were wealthy and well-connected. So there was a lot of pressure on the police to solve these cases. The Plano Police Department worked tirelessly to gather evidence and bring the thieves to justice. Fortunately, their hard work paid off. After a few weeks of investigating, they were able to link the crimes to a group of thieves who were already on the radar. On June, local and federal authorities executed search warrants on 2 properties in the Dallas area. The result was astonishing. They recovered 6 stolen luxury cars valued at nearly $1.5 million. This included the stolen Rolls-Royce Spectre from the valet stand, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a top-tier Cadillac Escalade V, a sleek Maserati Levante, and an Audi RS7. The raid wasn't just about the cars. The investigators also seized firearms, body armor, and specialized car theft tools, giving a clear picture of a highly organized and dangerous operation. Police also arrested 3 men in connection with the thefts: Oscar Valdez, 28, Miguel Hernandez, 27, and Salvador Hernandez, 29. All 3 men were charged with theft over $300,000. However, not much is known about them except that the men appeared in court on Monday morning, where a judge set their bail. at $150,000 each. Both Hernandez men posted bond and were released from custody, but Oscar Valdez remained behind bars without bond, and there's a reason for that. According to the cops, Valdez has a rap sheet that's a mile long, with 15 active felony warrants out for his arrest. So this guy has been wanted for 15 felonies and was out on the streets. It shows you how little law enforcement agencies care about apprehending dangerous criminals. Following the arrest, Detective Minton spoke with local media outlets and said that the group operated across North Texas, targeting drivers in upscale neighborhoods. They would watch those areas, find a car they wanted, and then either wait until the owner went inside a business or residence or follow the owner, and when they stopped, they would jump out, grab the key fob, enter the car, and drive off. He also emphasized that although the cars involved were luxury vehicles worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, anyone with an expensive car should be on guard. A Honda Civic is as important to that person as the Rolls-Royce is to that owner, he stressed. And if you don't believe me, let me tell you a story about a man who owned a 2004 Honda S2000. One day he parked his car in a public parking place near his office, and when he came back, the car was gone. It turned out that a group of car thieves had stolen it. And despite its low value, they took it just like any other high-end car. So if you own an expensive car, take extra precautions to protect it. And don't think that just because your car isn't a luxury vehicle, you're safe. As Detective Minton pointed out, all cars are valuable to their owners, and all cars can be targets for thieves. I know you love your 1998 Toyota Camry, but listen to me carefully. The same thieves who stole a Rolls-Royce from a valet stand could just as easily steal your Camry. They aren't picky. They just want whatever car they can get their hands on. Imagine for a moment, if you will, you arrive home after a long day at work and park your car in your driveway. Go inside to relax and have dinner with your family. But what you don't know is that a group of thieves has been watching your house for days. They know your routine, and they know that you're not home. They've been watching you come and go, waiting for the perfect time to strike. As you enjoy dinner with your loved ones, oblivious to the danger lurking outside, these criminals enter your driveway and start rummaging through your car. They look for anything of value: phones, laptops, wallets, jewelry. But as they search, they find something that really catches their eye: a set of car keys. Keys that will allow them to drive away with your brand new Honda Accord. With your car now in their possession, they speed away into the night, leaving you vulnerable and exposed. Without your vehicle, without your sense of security. And this isn't just a hypothetical scenario. It happens every day. Thieves are always looking for new targets, and they do undiscriminate based on the make or model of your car. Even if you think your car is too old or too cheap to be stolen, think again. These thieves aren't looking for luxury cars. They'll take anything that they can get their hands on. That means that your car could be next. These criminals are bold and brazen. They won't hesitate to break into your car and steal your belongings. And if they find the keys, they won't think twice about taking your whole car. You have to be prepared and take steps to protect yourself. Make sure to lock your doors and windows. Don't leave valuables inside your car and park in well-lit areas. Be proactive and take charge of your own security. Don't wait for something to happen to you before you take action. And if you're worried about your safety, invest in a car alarm or surveillance system. It could be the difference between losing just a few items and losing your whole car. Don't become another victim. Be proactive today and take the necessary steps to protect yourself and your property. Your peace of mind is worth it.